Hi, we're very happy to be here today. My name is Linda Diamond, and this is Linda Diamond and Company. We're about to do a wonderful performance in Woodstock at the Woodstock Diamond Socolo Dance Theater, which I founded about 24 years ago, naming it after a well-known pioneer, Lena Socolo, who was also a dear friend of mine. We're doing wonderful works tonight as well. But I would like to talk to you a little bit about the wonderful dancers who are here, because each of them has her own story, and although she can't tell you the whole story, it's very good for you to know how much they have worked. Each dancer has put in a lot of time in training and devotion to the art form, and they definitely bring it out when you see them perform. So I want to start by introducing our dear Tara Kuhl. Would you like to tell us a little about yourself?
Hello, I'm Tara. I started dancing when I was about 2 years old in my aunt's dance studio. And I was at the recital at the end of the year, and when it was time to come off the stage, I ran off crying because I didn't want to leave. So I knew that this was where I was meant to be. And then I went on to training in Manhattan at Steps on Broadway, having lovely mentors, and going to the Martha Graham School. And then I found the lovely Linda Diamond and Company.
Okay. Now we have Nina Deacon, who is the assistant to the director and also a principal dancer, who has been performing with us on and off for about 12 years, I would say. You don't mind.
I am still 18 years old. So I grew up in Washington State, actually, in my mother's ballet studio. And then when I graduated high school, I just wanted to dance. All I wanted to do. So I moved to New York. And I actually made it as a freelancer. Who the heck can do that? So I've been in off-Broadway shows and ballet companies and character companies and all sorts of different wonderful experiences. And I found Linda about 11 years ago, I think. Not quite 12. Not quite 12. It was 2013. I remember that. It was 2013. Yeah. And I always loved dancing her work. It's a really rewarding experience. And I love that she does these yearly things. It means a lot to be able to come back and do new works and familiar works that I love doing. And it's always a pleasure.
And now we have Rebecca Pelletti, who is originally from Italy, and she came to New York. And tell us about it.
Yeah, as Linda said, I'm originally from Florence, and this is where I grew up and where I studied. And I first studied dance in Centro Studi Danza e Movimento when I was 9 years old. And then after high school, I decided to move to New York to study at the Martha Graham School, where I met Tara, and she introduced me to Linda. So now I'm really excited for my first season with Linda Diamond and Company.
And now we have our dear Ellie Lehman, who is sitting on the end here. Tell us about yourself.
Yes. Hi, my name is Ellie Lehman. I am also from Washington State, much like Nina, and I started dancing at the age of 8. I started with ballet, and then I added in modern and jazz dance. And I trained with the Joffrey Ballet School with a focus on ballet. And this is my second season with Linda Diamond and Company, and I'm very happy to be here.
And I'm the artistic director and founder of the company, as well as this theater, which was a dream I had when I knew that I wanted to relocate mostly to Woodstock. And I had performed at the Woodstock Playhouse with my company years back, and there was always something very special about the audiences here. But of course, we also like to reach out to international audiences as well as local people, because the concepts behind the dances hopefully are universal, and the importance of dance being a communication art is something that I really value. And so I like to take that into consideration while starting from an original premise within myself of different themes of dance that we like to do. So I'd like to welcome all of you who are thinking of coming to our next event, and a little bit about my history, which is a long one, but I was discouraged from dancing because I lived in Panama where most of the male dancers didn't grow very tall after a while. Although at 6 I was put into the advanced class of teenagers, not knowing why I was there. But when I grew too tall, they decided you'll never be a dancer. So I think many of us here have had challenges in our life as performers, and in a way, the more challenges that you have and the more love that you have for the art is what is going to propel you as a performer. And I really enjoy that, and I know that each dancer here has a story that they don't want to tell you right now, but must be very interesting because it's not just sacrifice. I don't like the word sacrifice. It's the determination and love for the art is why we're here, and that's why we dance. So one of our new pieces is called Hymn to the Earth, and our wonderful composer who's hiding back there, come over here, Tom. Tom Desisto, are you
Tom, come here, Tom.
Tom Desisto is a fantastic composer who just loves modern dance, and he has a wide variety of styles that he has done. He's done everything from rock music to concert work to television commercials. And Tom, we would like to introduce you to our viewers. This is Tom Desisto. Would you like to tell us a little bit about your musical background, because you have an amazing background of so many styles. Tell us about
I studied composition at City College in New York. In the 1970s, I studied privately with Mario Davidovsky, who's a Pulitzer Prize-winning composer. I went on to write music for various purposes, including off-Broadway shows, as well as television and films and stuff. I have, so I'm here now. If I don't do everything, we'll be here all day. But, Linda and I have been collaborating for about 20 years. Actually, this year is 20 years. The first thing we did was 2004. And sometimes I write things and Linda just choreographs to it. Sometimes she suggests things to me, and this year we're doing a piece. That was a conception of.
Yes, and that piece is called Hymn to the Earth, which I wanted to explain a little bit about it. It has been a wonderful luxury for me as a choreographer to have a composer who's custom tailoring the music for the work. And we don't always get to do that, unless you have a big commission. So Tom has been just wonderful in looking at videos from the rehearsal, and then of course with the technology that we have today, it's been very helpful to zoom in on a rehearsal and show Tom what we're doing, and then Tom just went to town on his own without any extra suggestions, and we are just very, very grateful because it's a remarkable composition, bringing in the inspiration from Native American culture without trying to emulate it. So this is one of the things I want to say, that today many people are now becoming more aware of the environmental challenges that we're all living in, and we definitely know it's a realistic issue. And but separately from that, it's so fascinating to me how ancient cultures knew so much that people today are suddenly rediscovering or becoming aware of. And that has been the premise of this, while being able to take advantage of the modern dance, as I call our style, modern dance style that permits and gives so-called license to an inventive approach to the theme. So that's what Hymn to the Earth is about, and I hope you'll enjoy it. And we are also speaking to you because it is a pilot project for a mission that we have to expand the work and make it larger, and also present it in a video and film format, which is a different medium, because at the Library of Congress, when you send in a video, it becomes another medium, even if it's a video dance. So it'll be a new medium, and the plan is to be able to create this outdoors as much as possible, as well as indoors, and be able to distribute the finished product to various schools for free, So the teachers can take that as a springboard to teach many different subjects. And I had once worked for Learning to Read Through the Arts, which was a federally funded program years back. And it's a wonderful way to be able to help children of all learning abilities to use the visual arts and music and dance. These all provide a new way of learning, and it's just fascinating because it's not something new that we just invented. We've known about it for quite a while. But through this pilot project and finished product that we hope to, we are reaching out for more funding to be able to present it also to memory care locations where even though people don't remember much about their life or whatever, music has been an amazing, amazing tool for people, as Tom knows. You know, Tom has a lot of experience, which
Well, I do, because my wife's a music therapist. She works for hospice. But also I take care of a friend of mine who has Lewy body dementia. So I've experienced kind of both
And
ends.
tell us how music has been a tool.
Well, you know, not only music, but all of the arts, but music especially, people can be in a coma and hear a familiar piece of music and sing along, even though they don't respond to very much else. So it is an amazing tool to comfort people, help them transition at the end of their life. Or in the case of people with dementia, it helps them kind of reconnect to their life in areas where maybe they've forgotten. So the arts, and the arts in general, they use a lot of film and music to
Media.
stimulate.
So that's part of our premise in doing Hymn to the Earth as a springboard, which will also reach out to, when we are able to distribute it as a finished product for video, to senior residences as well. And since a lot of times it's prohibitive to always have live performance, although that's what we all prefer, but to use some of this concept and this new piece called Hymn to the Earth by Linda Diamond, and presented with these wonderful dancers, we hope that this will have an ability to reach out beyond the fourth wall, whatever. There is an expression in theater, breaking the fourth wall, in which we go outside of the little proscenium area in which we're performing, and we reach out to the audience. So in a way, there's a kind of metaphor about what we want to do with this project, so that it will go beyond just the performing space, but it will reach out to so many people that maybe would not be able to come see a performance. So that's my concept, and I hope that you'll tell your friends that we are interested in donations of any kind, and we're also reaching out to foundations so that we can make this happen in a new way that will really be something that will reach so many people that normally would not have the opportunity, but will also help to engage them, for children of all ages, as well as older people, as well as medium-aged people. It doesn't have anything to do with chronology. It has to do with the human aspect of communication, which we in the arts present to you. Thank you.